Just a quick one for me today. I'm going to go into what happens internally in your mind when you stop worrying and thinking about money, trying to grasp every little penny, and you actually start focusing on building something that's sustainable in the future, that can't get taken over by AI, and it just makes you feel so confident working towards this thing and having something for yourself that you've created and can be proud of. So let's just jump right into this video, and I'll just blurt out all the things that I can think of that will change mentally when you really take the stuff I'm gonna say to heart. So let's do it. So there's no denying it. Money is important in this world. If you don't have money, then you can't do anything. Money is a tool to be able to do stuff with. That's all it is. It's just something that you take or make, depending on the position you're in. Taking in a good way. I'm not talking about stealing. I'm talking about building a business. When you build something for yourself and you start making money, you end up, the mental shift is you take the money instead of make the money, because when you work for someone else, you're working to make money. When you have a business, you're taking the money because you've built something sustainable and awesome that's going to allow you to just rake in the money once you get it into position. You put it in front of the money. So that's the difference between, worrying about money, worrying versus building something. Once you built it, it takes the money for you, and you don't need to worry so much about it. So we really want to start with making sure that you have enough capital when you're starting out, especially, to alleviate the feelings of, oh, I need to get money. Having a little security account, if you will, with some cash, knowing that you have cash if all else fails and the shit hits the fan, you have a little bit of security in the back of your mind. So that will alleviate the need to get more. And you can just relax and build. You can build and just be like, okay, the money isn't fully here because I'm building, but it's gonna come once the kingdom's built, once the business is built, and it comes in, and it'll fill the empty void of the initial startup when you're trying to start that business and the money's not really flowing yet. So having that security at the start is super important in that regards. And then once you have that security and you start building for yourself, build something that's going to be sustainable and that AI or whatever's happening in the world isn't going to take. And the best way to do this is to build out the products that you want to build out, that you think will help the world. Add as much of your authentic personality and you into that thing as possible. So that's why I preach personal brand. AI will never be able to take a personal brand because it's personal. It's you, and AI can't fully replace any of us. You can see, it's just when an AI video comes out, it's very impressive, the quality of video that it can make right now, but it can't fully replace an authentic human in a personal brand. And you see this very, very obviously when you look at, it's like, it's not quite there. You'll see all these videos on Instagram or wherever, and it's like right away you can tell something's off. And that's the difference. So build something that you can't be replaced from. And if you do that, you're ahead of 99% of people, because a lot of people out there, I'm telling you, they're not really getting in depth on AI and really thinking about this stuff to the fullest extent. And I know this because a lot of guys come to me because they're not doing this and they want guidance. So trust me on that. If you get into this, you're going to be ahead of a lot of people, especially if you get into this now and not 2 years from now. or even a year from now. Who knows how fast this is going to move? So getting into it as quick as you can will help, and we're going to get into the final bit right here of this whole thing and why not worrying about the money and building something is the way to go. So the reality is we all die eventually. Like it's just life. We're not immortal. No matter how much some of us think no matter how much some of us really want that, we're not immortal. So having that in mind, wouldn't it be cool to leave something behind after we die? You know, all these rock stars, they wrote all these amazing songs and albums and everything. And when they pass on, the albums and songs still remain. So that's something beautiful that comes out of not chasing money and just working for someone else for the rest of your life, and instead building something that you can pass on to, to your son when you pass on and into the next world. You can pass on the family legacy. It's something you can build for yourself, that legacy after you leave, and you can basically immortalize yourself in a sense where your business still remains, and people after you pass will be like, hey, that guy built that crazy business. I remember that guy. He was pretty cool. He taught me quite a few things. I hope he enjoys the afterlife. That could be your reality when you build something for yourself. So I'll leave it on that beautiful note. Leaving something behind for your loved ones and leaving something behind for humanity when you leave. It could be a beautiful reality if you build something for yourself. So, if you found this valuable and you want to build something for yourself personally, click a thumbs up. If you want to stay a while, subscribe, because I put 5 videos out every week. You don't want to miss them. I'll see you guys in the next one. Rock on, guys.